We are here in Freetown at the Parliament, and can you present yourself?
Oh, my name is Honorable Sualiho M Koroma. I represent Constituency 67 in Bo, Second City of Sierra Leone. I serve as chairman on the Committee of Water Resources, Parliamentary Committee of Water Resources.
Okay, so now, as most of the viewers here will know, I am trying to raise money for a water supply system in Tanzania. But it's not only in East Africa that there is problems with the water situation. How is the water situation here in Sierra Leone on the west coast?
Well, I think also in Sierra Leone, as long as we are talking, as much as we are talking about in East Africa, in Tanzania, also in Sierra Leone, we are faced with similar situation. If you go to some settings in the rural areas, you see people actually living on stream water. You see actually people living on water that's not even suitable for any kind of purpose in the world, but they fetch these waters, they get it in their pockets, put it down for an hour, then sometimes it has to, they have to see it like a clean water, they have to consume it. People are drinking water without being tested for poisonous substances or materials. So I think it's the same situation we face in Sierra Leone. There's a serious water situation in Sierra Leone, particularly also in the urban city, like in the capital city of Freetown. There's a perennial problem of water, particularly starting from February to the month of May, when it should start raining. Then I think the water situation starts to ease. But as at now, as I speak, the water problem in Freetown has been a perennial problem for a couple of years, or for even I can say a decade. It's a big problem for school-going children. Sometimes kids don't go to school, particularly the girl child. The girl child spend a lot of time, because in the homes here in Africa, the girl child are responsible for domestic work. So in the morning they go out fetching water, sometimes as early as 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes as early as 2 o'clock in the morning. They are there up to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Sometimes they even do not go to school because they have to go out looking for water and searching for water, so that they can fetch water for the domestic purpose, for cooking, and even for their parents to keep the home clean. So it's a big problem here.
Is it something that is getting better over the years? That are you heading in the right direction, or does factors like climate changes actually make the problem worse?
Absolutely, I was just coming there. It's getting better by a way of implementation, by a way of government looking at the situation holistically and say we have to put action now. But also we have a number of other challenges also that is faced with the water sector. That is like the climate change issue you're talking about. There has been a lot of encroachment on the water catchment area, particularly around the city of Freetown. And we are also doing advocacy now, a lot of advocacy to prevent similar situation from happening in the other cities, like for Bo, Kenema, and Makeni. There have been a big water project supported by the ADB and OPEC fund in Bo, Kenema, and Makeni. But what we are advocating for now is for also to protect our catchment areas. This has been the serious situation for Freetown, because Freetown, if you look at Freetown, you look at the hills of Freetown, there has been encroachment everywhere where we used to fetch our water for domestic purposes. But now, during the month of, even now I can say throughout the year, not even the month of August anymore, you can see water running those streams. So I think it's a big problem. So what I want to say here is, we have, even if we have resources, we have problems with implementation of our policies. I think we need to actually go back to the society, to our communities, to engage them so that they can understand the policy, and they can understand the bigger picture of what we are trying to do, to actually see that people do not build houses at our water catchment area, so that we can get water we can process these water catchment facilities, so that the communities can get water for their uses.
So it's more a challenge of structure and planning than it is of having the funds, really.
But it's also, for sure, water infrastructure is very expensive. It's a very big infrastructural development. It's very expensive. So sometimes, to get the resources, the financial resources, is a very big problem. And sometimes also to even when you have the little resources, the implementation becomes also a problem, because people are not aware of what we want to do. People are not very much aware of the climate change situation. People are not very much aware of what we want to actually implement in these communities. People are not much aware about the policies that exist, and maybe we even need more other policies to ensure that we actually get things done the right way. And also we also need, even when we have all the policies lying down there, we also need a very big, serious political will, the side of the government, to implement these policies. It's also a big bottleneck to our water problem in Freetown.
Do you think it's something that can be solved by the Sierra Leoneans themselves? Do Sierra Leone need support from the Western countries, for example?
I believe we have been getting support from our donor partners like UNICEF, like UNDP, like ADB, like the OPEC Fund, like Badia. We have been getting support from them. But there are things the donor partner cannot do for you in terms of your implementation. The donor partner cannot say, I am going to implement, I'm going to protect your catchment area. They will do studies, they will help you with research work, they will help you with studies work, so that for you as a country to develop policies to see how best you can protect, and maybe some support you with some finances. But they cannot come here to say, we are going to do everything for you. So I think as a country and as a people, we need ourselves to do some of the work, and sometimes we need to go out to look for resources to accomplish some of our plans. So that is very, very important.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Charlie.